Ladies and gentlemen, this is breaking news. In this video, I'm going to show you how the Small Business Administration wants you to pay back your economic injury disaster loan advance if you are a borrower of the Paycheck Protection Program loan. And this is a must-watch, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I've got steam and antifreeze shooting out of my ears, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to make your head twist more times than that girl in The Exorcist. Okay. So the Small Business Administration just released guidance making borrowers pay back the economic injury disaster loan advance if you are a borrower of the Paycheck Protection Program loan. They're going to do that by deducting the amount of economic injury disaster loan advance that the Small Business Administration disbursed to you from the amount of Paycheck Protection Program loan that is forgiven. We're going to get right into the document. Here it goes. Economic Injury Disaster Loan EIDL FAQs. Question: SBA will deduct the amount of any economic injury disaster loan advanced received by a PPP borrower from the forgiveness amount remitted to the lender. How will the lender know the amount of the EIDL advance that will be automatically deducted by SBA? If a borrower received an EIDL advance, SBA is required to reduce the borrower's loan forgiveness amount by the amount of the EIDL advance. SBA will deduct the amount of the EIDL advance from the forgiveness amount remitted by SBA to the lender. The lender will be able to confirm the amount of the EIDL advance that will be automatically deducted by SBA from the forgiveness payment by reviewing the borrower's EIDL advance information in the PPP forgiveness platform. So the lender will be able to access your information to see how much of an economic injury disaster loan advance the Small Business Administration disbursed to you, ladies and gentlemen. As if you don't know, the Paycheck Protection Program loan, well, you should know if you went ahead and applied for this program, as long as you use it on approved expenses, 60% for payroll costs and 40% for other approved expenses, then the entire loan becomes a grant and you don't have to pay that back. But this changes the rules of the game entirely, ladies and gentlemen, because now they deduct the amount of, let's say you got a loan for $10,000 from the Paycheck Protection Program loan, and you receive an economic injury disaster loan advance for $1,000 or $2,000, as opposed to you paying, not having to pay back the Paycheck Protection Program loan of $10,000. Now you'll have to pay back the $1,000 or $2,000 that you received through the economic injury disaster loan advance. Let's go to the next question. Question 2. How should a lender handle any remaining balance due on a PPP loan after SBA remits the forgiveness amount to the lender? If a PPP loan is not forgiven in full, including if there has been a reduction in the forgiveness amount for an EIDL advance, any remaining balance due on the PPP loan must be repaid by the borrower. The lender is responsible for notifying the borrower of the loan forgiveness amount remitted by the SBA and the date on which the borrower's first loan payment is due. The lender must continue to service the loan. The borrower must repay the remaining loan by the maturity date of the PPP loan, either 2 or 5 years. If a borrower is determined to have been ineligible for a PPP loan for any reason, SBA may seek repayment of the outstanding PPP loan balance or pursue other available remedies. So, the amount of money that you have to pay back, let's say in this hypothetical situation that I just put out a few minutes ago. For instance, the Small Business Administration approved you for a $10,000 Paycheck Protection Program loan. You received an economic injury disaster loan advance in the amount of $1,000, right? So now you have to pay back that $1,000, either in 2 years or 5 years, depending on the time when the SBA approved your Paycheck Protection Program loan. If it was before the Paycheck Protection Program Flexibility Act, then you'll have to pay it back in 2 years. After that, you have to pay it back in 5 years, ladies and gentlemen. So, you have to pay that amount back, and the lender will determine through what terms you have to pay it back. They'll go ahead and contact you, the lender of your Paycheck Protection Program. Now go to the third question. What should a lender do if a borrower received an EIDL advance in excess of the amount of its PPP loan? A borrower that received an EIDL advance in excess of the amount of its PPP loan will not receive any forgiveness on the PPP loan because the amount of an EIDL advance is deducted from the PPP loan forgiveness amount. the lender is responsible for notifying the borrower of the date on which the borrower's first loan payment is due. The lender must continue to service the loan. The borrower must repay the remaining loan balance by the maturity date of the PPP loan, either 2 or 5 years. If a borrower is determined to have been ineligible for a PPP loan for any reason, SBA may seek repayment of the outstanding PPP loan balance or pursue other available remedies. So, let's say you got an economic injury disaster loan advance of $5,000 and they only approved you for a Paycheck Protection Program loan of $3,000. That means you'll have to pay back the $3,000 that you owe to the Paycheck Protection Program loan. It is not forgivable in this particular case. This is something to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, and it's absolutely bonkers that they are putting the American people through this. They're putting small businesses, the economic backbone of this country, through this entire ordeal during a time when we need as much fiscal support as possible. Congress just went home on vacation. Forget about what other YouTubers are talking about now, that they're working from home and we shouldn't be attacking our government. Listen, they're on vacation, they're on their beaches, their private planes, enjoying money that's coming to them from lobbyists, and they're partying with each other, both Dems and GOP officials. I've shown it to you several times. You see the pictures. You see how lobbyists give out money to both sides of the aisle, ladies and gentlemen. So they just invent this drama. Congress person was just on TV a few minutes ago talking about that if they approve anything, it may make the stock market plunge, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy. That's crazy they're doing this to you as Americans, as small business owners that constitute 99.9% of all businesses in the United States, employing 60.6 million people, 47.1% of all U.S. workers, ladies and gentlemen. So, I want to get this out to Stacey Cowley over at the New York Times. As you know, if you watched some of my previous videos, if you haven't done so, go ahead and watch them. We opened a line of communication with Stacey Cowley. I went ahead and sent her an email in regards to the economic injury disaster loan and the S.4227, the bill that is calling for mandating that the Small Business Administration disperses the full $10,000 economic injury disaster loan advance to all legitimate applicants. She went ahead and mentioned S.4227 in her article on the economic injury disaster loans. So we want to go ahead and send her another email in regards to this. Bring this to her attention, ladies and gentlemen. You can reach her at stacy.cowley@nytimes.com. I'll go ahead and write a sample email that we can go ahead and send her in the comment section below. I'll pin that to the top, and contact anyone else that you know that can give this thing press coverage, because this thing is absolutely ridiculous. It's bonkers. These people can be out on vacation and they're cutting off a lifeline. They're trying to take away the little amount of support that they disperse to you through this other program. What is this? I'm speechless at this particular point in time, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have any questions, if what I just read to you and what I just told you is not clear enough, drop them in the comments section below. That is your comments section. I'll go ahead and relay anything that was not clear, that I did not identify, or that was not answered in the text of this document, over to the Small Business Administration press office, and I'll go ahead and update you on the next video. Let me know what you think. Drop your comments in the comments section below. Watch this video right here for continued stimulus and economic injury disaster loan coverage. Click the like button if you like the video. Click the subscribe button to stay on top of my findings. I report what no one else will. Stop at nothing until each and every one of you is funded with every bit of monetary ammunition that you need to save this country, ladies and gentlemen. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America and everybody else on this planet. Talk soon.